We are the Morning Hustle.
I want to get into our hustle of the week.
Yeah,
We've
why
already
you rubbing your
decided.
hands together like Birdman?
Birdman hands. Mandy B is our hustle of the week this week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I gotta call Kyle out because I ain't never seen him like this before.
I don't know what you mean. I'm just chilling like how we always do.
All right now. Okay, so I asked you a question
Yes, you did.
before we went to
Y'all
break.
know L'Oreal stay with the question.
You and Bridget,
Yes.
y'all. So is everything okay, or is it just time to come to an end?
It was just time to come to an end. Kind of like The Wire, Breaking Bad, Scandal. A lot of people wish that would have stayed going. It just wasn't really. It was a lot of work. I've been dropping 5 podcasts a week for the last 2 years. I haven't had a Monday off in the last 3 years. And when we got to wrapping it up, it was a time for. There was an opportunity for me to walk away, and I chose to do that.
So did it have anything to do with the whole situation with the T.S. Madison and she didn't defend you? Or whatever?
That had absolutely nothing to do with the podcast.
It was already ended.
Yeah, no, the T.S. Madison, which shout out to T.S. Madison, I love her. That was all in tandem with, the woman on the other radio station.
That's hilarious.
And her having whatever opinion about my opinion on my podcast.
Right.
I think that words mean things. I understand people not wanting to be labeled, but, actions have labels to them. And so she just didn't like that I put a label on her. And I also opened her up to if she wanted to be educated and correct her wrongness, that label wouldn't stick. And there was just an exchange of words that happened, and I wish it didn't. I did wish that Charlamagne stepped in sooner, knowing that we both work with him. But
But were y'all friends before that?
Who?
You and Jess.
Baby, this is an industry. I've seen her in the room with me twice. At the BET Awards and our festival last year. But other than that, no, I'm not friends with a lot of these people. Like, unfortunately, it's industry. The same way people talk about Hollywood. Like, nah, everyone there's a lot of people that are not genuine.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, she's talent, and they never wrote me no checks. So I don't know, why I can't have an opinion on someone else who's talent.
I'm gonna have to agree with you on that because she gives her opinion on a lot of things.
On a lot of people.
So you got to be able to take opinions as well.
I mean, a lot of people have opinions on me.
Yeah.
I've been loud and wrong too. Let's be very clear. I don't mind, apologizing when I'm wrong.
Been wrong.
And I be loud and wrong. and so does she.
Yeah.
And so I think that if you're gonna get criticism or choose to stand in something that is harmful to a certain community, I mean, you have to understand that you're gonna face some backlash or get a label like transphobic that you don't really like.
Is that affecting your relationship with Charlamagne? Because y'all been, we all been have a relationship with Charlamagne.
Me and him got on the phone. He definitely wanted us to set up a call. That's another thing. In terms of industry, we'll see each other. I guess she had assumed that I was threatening her. She's a pregnant woman. I ain't gonna fight you. Listen, I'm
not pregnant.
But also not pregnant. Well, that's the thing. I'm too rich to fight. People like to sue now. No. I'm too rich to fight. Let's be very clear. So no, I went on my live and I was like, bro, I'm outside. I'm here. Like, you can always see me. I ain't academics, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and just talk about people and hide in the basement.
I'm sorry, I like the job.
That is hilarious. I ain't academics.
I'm just saying, he talk about people, but he don't really be outside.
That's true.
You have to see me. We are on the same bill in a month.
Yeah.
Like, we literally have to be in the same rooms a lot of times. So to me, when I'm saying I'm outside, you gonna see me. I'm not offering my hands to nobody.
Right. You're saying we're gonna have a conversation at some point.
We was at the Four Seasons yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not someone that hides. I'm in a lot of faces. I have a lot of friends in the industry. I'm here.
Ain't like it's a security guard.
No, I mean, and even if there was, it's just like, oh, baby, if you have words, I have words back.
Yeah.
But I'm never out here talking about come meet me. We gonna swing.
We should definitely be able to talk.
Come on.
We should be able to talk to each other. We should be able to disagree without anybody having to put hands on each other. That's a little bit ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you know, that's all it is.
So but it's just moving forward.
We will see each other, baby. I'm professional.
It'll work out.
She said I'm the cousin that she gonna walk right by at the family reunion, and that's fine.
Well, at least y'all still family.
That's what matters.
Bro, I can't. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm cordial out here.
Do you walk past Bridget at the cookout?
I mean, you ain't shit. No, mean, there's no hate, there's no ill, there's no malice with her. We ended this business. Who she's choosing to do business now with, I'm good on. So if they together, absolutely, y'all could walk to the other side of the room. Yeah. But we don't have nothing to talk about.
You still work with Joe?
No, that ended 2 years ago.
Okay, because I know y'all had...
That ended 2 years ago.
But he had a lot of situations
So we launched that show on the Joe Budden Network.
Yeah.
And left it a year in. Okay. And then we've been independent and had an ad sales deal with Gumball. Yeah. That also just came to an end. And so we just chose not to...
Renew.
Not renew, not get with another deal, nothing. I was just like, I got to the point where, and this was a privilege, and I was so proud of myself. I got to a point where I was like, I told UTA, I said, it could be another $1 million. I don't want to do it for $1 million. So then I started thinking, what was the price tag on my happiness? I wasn't happy. It was a lot of work. I can't stand current events. We were dealing with a lot of the labels because we were dealing with a lot of music artists, and it just wasn't fun. And I'm like, bro, I left my job where I wasn't really happy to do what I love. I get to be myself. And so it just became debilitating creatively. And so when I literally was like, yeah, F $1 million, I was like, nah, bitch, who am I?
Yeah, I love that for you.
And then I had to start sitting like, dang, what would my price be? And there wasn't a dollar amount that made me want to keep doing it. And that's when I was like, oh yeah, no, it's time. It's time. And now I can have creative energy to put into other things.
You know what? That's kind of why you're our hustler of the week today.
She's working with Will Packer too. Let's add that in there. She just started working with. Tell us about that hustler of the week.
So that is a new business relationship. I got brought on. Shout out to I Did a Lunch with my good friend Carla Wilmaris. She's the EP on it. Yeah. And so Will Packer now has a partnership with iHeart, and I got brought on to produce his show with Tiffany Cross, Across Generations, where, there's 3 women from 3 distinct generations talking about a myriad of topics. And I'm excited I got to come in, fully produce the segments for the show and assist with talent booking and coaching them and making sure that the conversation stays in the direction I intend it to be. But working with Will, seeing everything he's been able to do, knowing he's coming from film and television now into my industry where I run shit. I love that, he's coming in, learning things, and it's great. So, I mean, to be a woman in this space who has not only worked with the Joe Buddens, the Charlemagnes, now the Will Packers, I think it, is a testament to me being a boss ass bitch.
I love it.
And talk a little bit about...
you can work with friends because you heard her say she had Carla over there.
No, it's not a partnership. Shout out to Carla. She knows that I am very strong in producing a show. Segmenting, outlining a show. I am brought on only for that. Everything else, y'all have fun with.
You like no partnerships, like I said.
No. I come in and I do the job she knows I'm very strong at doing. And baby... have fun with everything else.
And tell us about you working and doing some animation stuff now, you said too, right?
So Period Sis is my brand that I started during the pandemic. It is, again, my show that to me gives me kind of what I want in terms of not only messaging, but purpose. It's going to be what my legacy is. So during the pandemic, I started a podcast called Period Sis in tandem with my official box owner subscription box at the time. And basically, it's why I feel like my best friend is still here. So during the pandemic, my best friend, shout out to Crystal, she was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer at 34 years old. And literally, after hearing all of the horror stories of other women that go to hospitals and deal with fibroids, PCOS, all these things with their health, I was like, best friend, we ain't gonna be friends until you go to the doctor. I know you have this sharp pain in your breast. Something ain't right. She went, they tried to say, it felt like maybe it was just tissue. I said, nope, get a second opinion. And literally, second opinion, she got the mammogram, biopsy, ended up getting a double mastectomy. And literally told her, if you waited 6 more months, this probably would have been terminal. And so I literally feel like it's what I created that has my best friend still with me here. So I'm bringing that back as a podcast and also starting a campaign to shoot the pilot of Period Sis, the animated series. And so it follows 3 women. The comps would be like Daria meets Big Mouth. And it follows the journey of 3 high school girls in their journeys of womanhood. So everything from dealing with boys to their periods, to their moisture, to their what's happening with my breast growing. It's literally everything in terms of what we deal with as women. And I don't think the Black woman experience is really showcased in that way. So I'm looking to launch that.
That's what's up, man. You're doing your thing.
Thank Thank you.
That's why she's our hustler of the week this week. Make sure y'all support everything that Mandy B has going on.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? You cool peoples. We appreciate what you're doing, and thank you for coming by today on the Morning Hustle, man.
Thank you y'all for having me.
Yeah.
I'm about to go have more drinks with L'Oreal.
Oh, no, you're not. I'm running away from Mandy, child. We not twins no more. I'm taking this back.